Right, okay, guys. I've literally, for those of you, I wasn't planning to do a video here, but I think I need to quickly have my say to camera on this. For those of you who are on social media, and follow me if you want to, at MichaelBowers15, just going to plug my Twitter account there. There's been a trend that's gone on at the time of recording as of tonight, which is Friday 27th of December, but by the time majority of you read this last night, there have been a massive tweet, hashtag Donald out. Apparently it's got over 10,000 tweets. There's been a lot of people. I've even looked at Roker Report's Twitter. It's been going almost as viral as it can for Twitter. And I wanted to quickly say my thoughts on it. So as a man, I have no problem whatsoever with Stuart Donald. Despite some comments are determined to try and make me see that Donald is a shark no chance, I think that's ridiculous. I don't believe that. However, now there's a but here. However, I do believe Donald has had the best interests of Sunderland genuinely at heart since he bought the club, along with Charlie Methven. Yeah, I'm going to say it, Charlie Methven as well. I know people are going to say the whole having a go at the fans thing, but I've seen numerous articles where he's praised the supporters. But if you've got your own opinion, that's fair enough. I'm not going to try and convince you otherwise. However, so I don't believe that Donald has been a charlatan. I don't believe he's been a chancer. I don't believe that he hasn't had the best interests of the club. However, it's starting to look like the job. Now, I could be wrong here, by the way. This is allegedly. This is about opinions and whatever. But I will say, it looks like the job's too big for him. And if it is, then he should go. He's got to go. If the job's too big for him, then for his sake, as much as ours, he's got to sell the club. Because this can't continue. And I'm sure Donald himself would look and admit that this cannot continue. And I've even said it on Twitter, on my own Twitter page, where I think is getting a good few likes. My notifications are going ridiculous the more I'm talking to you guys. I think it's about time, and it's about time that we stood up and said, no, we're not accepting rubbish anymore. We are not accepting the fact that we are 15th in the third tier. We're not accepting the fact that we are getting outperformed and outplayed by the likes of Gillingham, the likes of Burton, the likes of Shrewsbury, the likes of Wickham. You know, the fact that we're, 16 points or whatever it is, or even 15 behind Wickham Wanderers, I think tells its own story. And Wickham, don't get me wrong, have deserved to be top. That's not a slight on them whatsoever. And if they don't go up, then they should be looking at, if they don't finish in the top 6, there's something wrong. But that's the point. We should not be inferior to any club at this level. Even the likes of Ipswich, we should be outperforming pretty much everybody by miles. We've got the best facilities, best stadium, best fan base. Well, fan base is a big question, but there are going to be a good few number of fans in the league. And I know that doesn't win you games, but what it should be doing is putting us in the position in the transfer market, like I said after the Bolton game, where we should be challenging for the best players of the league. That's not arrogance, it's not delusional, it's not unrealistic, it's very fair and it's very justified for Sunderland fans to expect that. This is a club that has underachieved, probably, to be honest, for the good part of 10 years. It's underachieved heavily. When we were in the Premier League, we were having to watch clubs, average-sized clubs, yeah, I'm going to be blunt here, average-sized clubs rise up and do better than us. Who've deserved to do better than us, do not get me wrong, definitely deserve to do better than us. And of course, that our size does not guarantee anything. You've got to go out and earn it. But the point is, if the likes of Palace can finish in the top 10 of the Prem, Bournemouth, Burnley, Swansea, Stoke, and even then, even though Swansea and Stoke aren't in the Prem anymore, they're in the Championship, and at least they're in a league higher than us. We should not be in a league below Luton Town or Barnsley or anything like that. And those clubs have earned the right to be in that league, but we shouldn't be below them in the pecking order. Simple as that. And the one thing, whatever your opinion is on Donald out, I think that if the job's too big for him, he should sell up. But it's abundantly clear something's got to change. And I've said it for weeks that I think Parkinson should go. Either that, or you're going to have to really, and I mean properly, go for it in the January window, because we shouldn't have to stand and accept rubbish anymore. We shouldn't have to stand and accept this, and one thing we will give Newcastle fans here, as much as we've took the mick out of them, and I don't like this whole mag behaviour malarkey, because, you know, I'm sorry, Newcastle fans in the past have made it clear, abundantly clear, when they're not happy. And even though Rafa Benitez isn't there anymore, that got them a class manager for about 3.5 years. Now, it's about time, and I'm not saying that's going to happen to us, obviously, it's a completely different circumstance, but the principle, again, is what I'm getting at here. You know, we've got to stand up and be counted and say, no, we're not accepting this anymore, and that's about time we did that. And that's not a slight on SCFC fans, but I think it's about time that we stand up and say, nah, this isn't acceptable anymore. We demand and rightly expect better. So whatever happens with Donald or with Parkinson, whatever at the club, something's got to change, and for the better, not for worse. So let me know your opinions, guys, below, and I'll see you at Doncaster. Love yous all a bit. See yous.